Hello again, we're back for another daily Binding of Isaac Repentance run. So our last run didn't go so well, this challenge. So we're going to go back on the regular path here. Let's see here. I'm going to say we're going to do Bethany, the final chapter. Haven't done Bethany in a while. I see it here is JMD8K0FV. So, it's the Bethany run, yay. Alrighty. 1 second here. Okay, we are back. I was just trying to think of topics. I don't know. I'm just kind of like looking through like generators and stuff like that. They got some really bad ones, some morbid ones, and everything. I don't know. We'll just think of something, I guess, as times come along. There's one website that like lists all this dark, morbid stuff, and I'm like, this is not a random topic generator. This is just like some edgy teen, like, or someone edgy that is trying to tell me, hey, this is a good topic. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Grandpa. Alright, so we gotta get to the dark room with Bethany here. And yeah, pretty much it. We're gonna try to get to the old path Bethany. I'm kinda taking a break from challenges in like grade mode. I liked a lot in grade mode so far with the alt characters. What is it? The Atoned? The Deformed? Whatever. Anointed? Something like that they were saying. Some people were nicknaming. I'm like, alright, I don't know. Oh! This 120 volt, that's just what I had with a greed run. Until, like, I died at greed. Because, like, even though I had that... No, actually, no, I didn't die from greed. I died from the final boss wave that I needed to try to get an angel or a devil deal. And I died from some boss, and I was close to defeating it. I don't know why this thing doesn't proc all the time, so... There's that. Okay. Actually, we could go to the library now. I think it's a library. Oh, I forgot my water. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Don't want to forget that. Okay. How to jump and summoning bombs, huh? What do I want? Well... I mean, might as well, I guess. Not only because of those whiffs I generate, but like I can jump over things I can't reach. So, there's that. Next floor, we get a 100% deal with the angel chance if we earn it. Oh yeah, they make wisps. Well, actually, that's kind of cool. Temporary wisps. We could shoot at stuff. Of course, they get extinguished if they get near and stuff, but they hit it. Actually, that's actually pretty cool. Kind of powerful, really. For topic ideas, I don't know. We kind of draw on these topics these days. My sister actually called me today. I guess this could be a kind of a topic thing. Yeah, she called me last night, and I guess my phone wasn't working because it's kind of glitched at times. So I called her back today, and then she called me back later on. And I'll cause static electricity when I do that? Alright. Anyways, she called me, and she was like, yeah, I was at McDonald's. And to keep in mind, it's like 40 or 50 degree weather out there. The windows were cracked and stuff like that. One second, I got a text message. Oh, sent me a photo of the baby. Just so happened we're just talking about her. She was telling me is like, yeah, I was at McDonald's, 40 or 50 degree weather. Windows are crashed. She's going in there real quick to get an order. And I think as she was leaving, either she was leaving out of the vehicle to get the order or she's coming back, there was this suspicious couple. Oh, it was a guy and then like two women in there. And they were like telling us like, that's a child endangerment when you leave a kid in the vehicle. Da 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 da. We're gonna call the police. And just freaking out on her. And so my sister was just trying to leave because, nutty people. And I mean, who the heck would be calling the police on, no, actually, before she threatened to call the police and doing it, yeah, she did. They were like, we could just break in that window easily and get your baby or something like that. As if they sound like they were concerned, but they're saying like, we're going to get your baby. So it'd be like kidnapping. But you think like, okay, well, maybe they are just trying to, help out the situation because what they've seen in the media about like stuff like that, even though the weather's obviously too darn cold, it'd be overheating. And not to mention like, it's not to where it's not even super cold or where the baby's gonna be freezing either. To the point that they're not even gonna be in there too long, get an order. It's not like they're working there and leaving the baby in the car all day. But anyways, going back to the point here. So my sister was telling me about it. Like, that wasn't the thing so much that concerned her. What concerned her is what these nutty people were doing. That's coming from a hometown of mine that she lives in still. That they keep doing the same. I mean, it's the most meth head thing that these people do. Now, I'm not saying people who, have a concern with children that, talk about doing that, they're meth heads. It's just like, my town has got a lot of meth heads. So, like, partly why I left, the high crime and taxes and lies and everything else going on. But, like, aside from that, it's like, so, that stuff didn't really bother her too much. Like, she was trying to explain the situation, but then when she was leaving, not only they were trying to block her from leaving, but they've been following her. And so the cops caught up and whatever. And I think they just split off somewhere else. So obviously they didn't have a concern. I think they were going to try to do something else to her. There was like an ulterior motive with that. And the cops pretty much said there's not even close to child endangerment and stuff. They're going to try to see about looking on the security footage and stuff on their dash camera to see if they actually caught the person, the license plate. So yeah, and I was kind of talking with my sister. It's like, yeah, like it should have been, crucial to get like a license plate. That's exactly what the cop was like, suggesting for her to do. We gotta be, well, we screwed up our deal chance, our angel deal chance. It's unfortunate. Why is this slowing this thing down? Is it the wisp was slowing him down? That's weird. Also, luck upgrade. So there's that, I suppose, that happened. And yeah, I was just, saying it's like, yeah, if I was in your position, or not, I didn't say that. I was like, oh, we can't hope over there. That's unfortunate. I meant to say it's like, if you were to call me, I probably would like immediately, I would have probably said like, get the license plate number, record him too, so it shows proof to the officer that this happened, so they give him an arrest. But she didn't for some reason. I guess she was just kind of scared and in the moment with things, and I'd probably be too. He got some crazy it's like a guy and two women in the back seat of this vehicle, so you don't know they're going to do anything weird. I told her too, is like, Maybe next time, before that ever happens again, just get like a get a baseball bat and just kind of put it in. Have one like in your front seat and then one in your back seat or trunk. They just have to come at you, and then and you feel like it's a threat, you can hit them. Because you don't know those people are trying to kidnap you or kidnap your child. Because it sounds highly sketchy what they were doing. It's not like some kind of a human trafficking thing they're trying to do. And then having dash cameras too. I talked about one episode about, even though like dash cameras don't sound like too appealing for some people, like it's something nice to have just in case. In case of any accident, in case like it's too late and you get into an accident and you wish you had one and then you get one after the fact. You always want to get one when you get a car. No matter how careful a driver you think you are and stuff, there's always people out there that can be just as dangerous behind the wheel, or even worse. I'm not just saying you're going to be just as dangerous in the wheel as anybody else, but I mean, like, you can have people out there who like make false claims, and it's happening from time to time in the U.S. A lot more in China, because in China there's more of these things in their laws where people are a lot more like, oh, how we say it, a lot more willing to scam the system because they get a lot more money out of accidents. It's kind of hard to like verify for certain, you know, who's at fault for what, which is unfortunate. Yeah, like dash cams, I say front and back for my sister's case because like they were chasing her, so you can't really get much of a thing. I suppose you could take some photographs and video too. Video's gonna be excellent help. Get up close to the plate and everything else. Yeah, you might be scared of doing it, but you're better off doing that than anything else. Because they could, I mean, yeah, they could try to kidnap you or something. You never know. Especially with a town like that, where I used to live in. You just don't know. I should do more research about like human trafficking, like signs, you know, especially like child trafficking. There's been like PSAs and stuff like that out there about getting people more educated about signs about children being abducted and everything else. I should learn about that. I think a lot of people should learn about that too, but like for me especially, it's like I live in a larger city than my smaller city, and people's actually saved lives thanks to the training with that too. So you never know. I mean, I could be one of those people that save lives, or if I don't, at least like I'm prepared. Also, bone spur tears are pretty good too. Let's see here. So I say we find our fire, go into our room in here. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking go in the fire and go in the room, or then like wait later and do it. Because I want to see what the boss is, to see if it's going to be worth taking out. The other one. Which it may not. Because like, we don't have like a lot of the damage and protection here. I do a few of these though. It slows them down. So it must be the wisp that's slowing them down then. Or he's running into them or something. Oh shoot. Oh, that was close. And we did get our angel deal. Cool. Got tears up and we got a bone heart. We're definitely taking angelic brimstone here. And we might just go and fight the boss. Gotta be very careful though. Man, this angelic brimstone, GG. Actually, you know, speaking of like my sister's incident, I was actually reading a, was it an article? Or a scientific journal or something like that entry. Human psychology thing. So like if people feel like they're threatened or something like that, especially if they're under attack by someone, they don't pay attention to the face, they pay attention, guess what, the weapon. Yep. I didn't know that either. That's interesting. So that's why like in some cases when they're trying to identify like the perpetrator, they can't because people solely focus on, you know, the weapon in their hand or whatever. Or just, you know, details like that. Not necessarily like the person. There's some cases they do manage to do it. But it's not the person's fault, that's actually human nature. I'm not sure like why that's the case. I guess you perceive it more as a threat than the face. And therefore you want to like try to block it somehow. So you need to like watch what they're doing and try to stop it if you can. I didn't know that. A little bit of human psychology for you guys. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, poison tears are pretty good. You probably could re-roll the boss item, but whatever. This is pretty good. Technically an item room item, so like maybe it might be a little better. Trying to see what else. Like I had some sketch, like I guess an incident related to something like that happened to me years ago. When I first moved to this town a few years ago, I think it was this town a few years ago. Either the first time I moved here or the second time I moved back. I think it might have been the first time. I was walking home from school, and it was like, you know, it's kind of a hot day. I think it was May or something, really hot. And I found this vehicle parked next to this building. Had a dog in there, right? But they say the thing was the car wasn't even on. The windows were completely up. The dog looked like it was hot and stuff. So I decided to call the police. You know, the concern of the animal. And so, as I was waiting for the cops to show up, I was on the phone with them still. I get this, what is it? The owner of the vehicle comes out, starts yelling at me, threatening me, everything else. Going absolutely berserk. And then, next thing I know, the guy knew that I was talking with the police, and then he just gets in his vehicle out to try to chase me down with it, just walking stuff. I was faster than him. And he takes off, because you think like he'd be innocent if he wanted to take off, right? But he knew he was in the wrong. His vehicle was completely turned off. When he, you know, turns it on and then leaves, like, you could definitely hear the engine, so like, it wasn't some electric vehicle. And the cop found out where he went to, got him up down the street, told him knock his crap off, don't ever like threaten me again, stuff like that. Also, we got a free item. That's dope. Damage and range, shot speed. Clutch. So it wasn't necessarily trying to provoke the guy or anything, it's a concern of the animal. So it may appear as though it might sound like provocation, but reality it's just like the guy just wasn't using his head. Had no concern with the animal's safety, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna take this for this. Okay. Now, I did tell the officers, like, I thought about maybe breaking the glass and stuff like that, but I didn't. Because you hear kind of stories about that, and I was, like, reluctant because, one, it's someone's private property, and they'd probably be PO'd if I did that. And it costs, like, damages and stuff, and I gotta pay for that. Just numerous of things. But I found out from the officers, like, if I did that, then they would have charged me for that, for sure. So, like, good on me not to do that. Because I hear about news stories all the time back then. That's where I was like thinking about that, about breaking the window. But then I held off, thank goodness. There's some people that just do it, and then they feel like they're a hero, but then they get arrested because they broke into someone else's property. And may not always necessarily like actually save the day, they just feel like as though they did. And with my case, with my sister and her incident, like, these people were just nuttier than squirrel poop. Coming from a town full of nutty people. Mostly nutty people, not full of nutty people, but enough to where it's like, it's a huge population of nutty people. It's a meth town, too. Drug town. Unfortunately. Got these head, alright. Oh, that's right, we get sacred flies. There's still a glitch too, we get the big fly thing. Makes your flies bigger, they turn super huge and go to space. So I don't know if they fixed that or not. We could probably go in there and use the moon card then, and get out. Alright. We had to try for Guppy, right?
Shot speed up.
We still got Angel Chance? Huh. I don't know how that works if I took the Devil Deal items. Maybe because with Bethany, we still get chances? Or maybe it's like the Angelic Brimstone that gives that additional thing? Alright, get a reroll room so we can try this floor again. Cool. I could probably understand the person's sentiments with concerns and stuff, but like, I don't think they had an entire clue about like, or thought things through about what they were doing. He could also be mentally ill, I don't know. It's hard to say. Whatever the case may be, like, you just can't take the risk with anybody like that. I remember seeing a lot of news stories about it. I've seen, like, unfortunate things that's happened to kids and animals that get caught up in that dilemma. And I think maybe they do have a concern. It's hard to say. But from my perspective with my sister, it's like... Seems like these people were just trying their best to, like, stop this person from escaping the scene or whatever. Maybe what she should have done was stick around instead of leave, so when the cops show up, like, the person's not gonna, like... That's probably my sister's, like, fault with that, I guess, a little bit. It's like, if my sister truly believes she was innocent, which she is, she would have stayed, but then it's like at the same time, she probably left because like these people were kind of unpredictable and acting pretty hostile with blocking the vehicle and stuff and following her when she was leaving. Acting as if they were cops or something, but they're not. Alright, yeah, we've been in there. Then that might be a thing of concern. Because I think maybe what kind of scared her off like that in that scene is because like these people were making this claim that the baby wasn't safe and they would have took the baby out of there and stuff. Which was highly unusual because of the weather and stuff, so like I said. You just don't know. People are nuts, too. especially coming from a town that has got a lot of that. So we got 1/3 guppy, right? Yeah. This is Guppy's head. We need 2 more Gupsters. But yeah, I used to see news stories about it. Starting to take off like many years ago. It was more like laws and stuff put in place to like try to circumvent those issues. We're still getting like angel deal chances. It must be like the angelic prism, not angelic prism, the angelic brimstone, or it's because like Bethany's book ability. That's kind of dope. Or maybe it doesn't count because like we teleported. No, it can't be the case because if we teleported and got the deal, it still counts the deal. I don't know. I do know is like we got a pretty powerful run here. We just need to get some more health, despite spending it earlier. Bone spurs are pretty good though too. I don't know how you guys would react with something like that, I guess, with my sister's situation. Would you like leave the scene, you know, feeling like, you know, it might be like a safety concern, or would you just stick around and wait for cops to come? Because the cops did come. I guess they found my sister's vehicle or something, so maybe they just gave like the plate number. I would think, honestly, I think they would probably find out who made the call and did that. Because, like, if they were the ones called, they would track down the cell phone number and stuff, so. It's not like they were using a payphone or anything. I'm pretty sure they probably have the numbers listed somewhere. Oh, that was close. I wonder, is this like... Okay, I didn't think so. What to say is like, that'd be pretty overpowered if we could do that. Is that angelic beam? So I think the angelic beam's like an alternative shot kind of thing. There we go. Some more damage. Okay. You know what? We don't need to look for a secret room. We can just skip down to the next floor. We're pretty powerful. And we're going to go through here for another item opportunity. For me, it's like, I probably would have sticked out. I would definitely stay in the car and not get out of the car. I would definitely like get some videos and pictures. If I'm like outside and they kind of pull up like that, I'm definitely going to go behind their vehicle or something, get a photo of their license plate, stick around, and keep filming. That's what I would have done. Cause I probably would have called the cops too, because like they could be lying about the cops coming or not. It could be just a diversion. That's probably what I've done. Maybe call the cops first and then like start the filming. But get the photograph of the license plate before you call the cops so they don't take off. And you have no way to like track them. Well, my sister didn't know, you know, what she could have done differently. So I did let her know, like, in case it ever happens again, just try these different things and see. You can't be too careful, you know? Just like with the dash cam stuff. Like, even though you feel like as though... I wonder. I charge our brimstone faster? Nope, something else. I think we got max tiers. Maybe that's not why it's not working. Alright, careful here. That's a dead end, alright. Can't really see where I need to go. Well, there's our fight. Okay, that helps a lot. Gets rid of our curse. I don't know what else to say about that, I guess. It's just something that she kind of called me and was concerned about what happened. She's fine now. Just a little shaken up. Supposedly the McDonald's might have security camera, I think they said. She said that the officer might be checking that out. I think if they could just check the call and see who it was. I think the reason why they can't really do much about it is because, like, not only, like, you have to, like, interview the other person to see what their side of the story was, and but it's also, like, she had to have proof of these claims. It's kind of hard to do that with that video. I tell you, like, I had a couple of instances that over the years that actually saved my butt. Security camera footage of people making false claims about stuff, particularly crimes and stuff, and I was able to get all that stuff taken care of. And it was security footage, you know? And it's like, because I had that in place years ago, and that was the response to someone egging my house. Something very minor, some kids. I just decided, okay, I'm going to try to put security cameras up. And I had like minor stuff up. This power over video or whatever, kind of. Hooked up to a VCR or something like that, or DVR. I think it was a DVR. And it's a very basic thing. Not a whole lot happened. I mean, I did record a domestic abuse. Which you can only hear by the audio on there. Of the domestic abuse going on, just shouting and yelling and stuff. And threats. And then, like, I caught some weird stuff over the years too with that. But, like, yeah, it saved my butt. And it's just kind of one of those things, it's like, you know, my sister's talked about, I know one video talked about, like, she doesn't think she needs a security camera because nothing happens. And then months later, she had her car broken into, and they were just my sister's boyfriend was, you know, wanted to put some security cameras up just so up at the place where their cars would be at, but she refused. So it's like stuff like that. It's like just because you feel like as though you may not need them, you don't want to, you know, think that on a flight, I mean, might as well take it. Doesn't mean where it's like you don't want to wait until something happens. Like for me, it's like maybe I should get like insurance for like, you know, theft and water damage and stuff. I should. Maybe I will pretty soon because like better safe than sorry too with that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward to get that kind of stuff. Just set up a plan and everything. Try to figure out an estimate of how much my stuff costs here. Guess for like theft and fire and whatever damage, flooding. I might get something. I don't know if they have anything for tornado. This is a kind of a tornado area. And there's been tornadoes in the past that happened here years ago. And around the region. So, might as well get that. I got a storm radio too, so like... There's that. Oh, I went the wrong way again. It's weird, it's like, when I was a lot younger, I didn't really take too much in consideration of like beefing up stuff for like security purposes. I talked about one episode about like security checks and stuff like that I use and different methods of proving that I've made a payment and everything else. It's like there's been little things that's happened over the years that prompted me to like do that more. So it's usually like a response, it might be a little bit of a delayed response after the fact, but it's stuff at the same time where you don't expect that's happening. So like, so with the security cameras, so like for the checks stuff, like I talked about in the one video, like some of the stuff that's happened, like some of the security stuff I put on there was response to some stuff that you think like they would never do, but they would do. Like trying to write on like another number on the check, you know, of a different amount. The bank refused to take that amount of that person that tried to write over it. Or if a check was missing, but it turns out they cashed it later on, many months later, after I sent them a second check. Stuff like that. And that's the thing, like you never know until it happens. I guess the same thing too kind of applies with my sister and the security camera stuff. You don't think you need it until something happens to you. I mean, you can't be like overly protective, of course, but like I switched my checks to something more secure so they can't like write on there as easily. Like, you know, change the amount. They're gonna recognize my handwriting anyways if they bank. And I found out too from someone, might have been the bank, like that ever happens again, go to the police. Good to know. I mean, that's what I thought about, but it's like, I don't know what the police would do. They'll probably find out who the person was responsible for cashing the check. There aren't that many of them responsible for it, so they'll narrow it down pretty easily. Oh, I have this, speaking of court stuff, I guess. I inquired recently about a data breach lawsuit in my area. It happened back in like sometime last year. We're all the way out here. Okay. I don't know if I really want the box or moving box or not though. I don't even know what those wisps do if they get hit. And I inquired, like, so my sister posted something on Facebook about it. Like, I don't have Facebook, I have a fake account to, like, kind of chat with them and do little things. Not like have an actual account anymore, because it's like all that privacy stuff. And I hardly check Facebook anyways, so like, I mean, I've literally got to the point where I delete my feed completely. So I've got like this plug-in that completely deletes my feed. I only check it on my computer. There's no messenger, nothing. So my feed is like completely empty, and I just check my sister's stuff occasionally, and whoever else. That's about it. It's pretty peaceful to stay away from like stuff like that. Made a difference with my mental health for sure. But she had a thing posted on there about. Oh, hello here. Hello there. So, I think we'll take this. Yeah, we'll take this to the mausoleum. Because that's our last floor, technically, and then we'll pop it. This is going to be a long run, but you know what? This item's so rare, and I've only had it used it once, and that was on a daily, and that was just like low-powered in daily compared to what this actually potentially does. This has so much potential. So what the art key does, so in the daily it restarts the floor, right? I thought, oh, this kind of sucks, but this is like a forget-me-now. So in the daily, it acts like a forget-me-now because here's the reason. What this actually does, if it's outside the daily, it actually does the opposite effect. Rather than restart start the floor, it restarts your whole run, right? But here's the catch. It restarts your whole run. That's the catch, I guess. But you keep all your items. You keep everything. Now that's poggers. The one-use spacebar item. It's a GG item, really. So that means we can go in. Well, wait a minute. Think about this here. We could probably just take the, yeah, after we do the mom fight, we could just take the negative, pop the thing. We don't have to go to the mausoleum. And then we can get the Polaroid, and then we just, well, I don't know. Would it take one of them or both of them? You know what? That's just a good experiment we should do. We're going to pop it after the mom fight, and then see if it'll take both of them or just one of them. I think it's the best bet. If we can just get it to where it's like, I think we take the negative first because that's going to be like, or do you get the negative? Well, yeah, we get the negative first so that way we keep the negative, and then we just maybe use the Polaroid if we can. Got an angel deal. So we'll take the negative. We'll definitely take this. Yeah. And then we're gonna pop this. See that? Look at that. And does it like do anything to our seed? No, it's the same seed. Okay. Just had to check. So now we got the negative. Now we've got like a bunch of stats. We're starting this run over again. This is gonna be a long run, but you know what? I saw someone in a video having this kind of thing. Oh, it gets rid of your spacebar item. Okay. That's the catch too. Oh no, that's right. Because like we took that, this is a spacebar item. That's right, we left it behind the other one. Now I saw someone did that with the keeper run. I'm like, oh my god, he got it for the keeper. Because he was so powerful and going out of control with it. I'm like, that is just like crazy. That's kind of rare to find in the wild too. I mean, might as well just go overboard with this run, you know? Especially with Bethany. I used to like Bethany, like, oh, alright. Just to fall out more out of control here. Definitely be taking Nun's Habit. I mean, like, okay, so the Bethany and Annie Birth I didn't like. Mainly because it wasn't really fleshly, like, you know, polish and stuff like that compared to Repentance. It gave her a little bit more of a buff and stuff because she used to be kind of slow, kind of weak. There was potential with the items and stuff, but like, it was just kind of all over the place, so to speak. But overall, I do like the concept of the character with her. Same with Jacob and Esau. Jacob and Esau, like, getting goes so close to like taking down the witness with him. I think I did take him down, didn't I? Or close to. But there's potential, really. Alright, credit card, temperance, air font. Alright, take that. We're definitely taking the credit card. We're going to go down the elf floor again. Woohoo! That is really good. Curse of Labyrinth, alright. Makes this run a little faster here. How should the other one? How about the other one? Alright, Peeper it is. We won't go on a curse room until after the, after we get a red heart. Let's see here. Check in here. Definitely be taking this here. We'll take this for an extra charge. We'll take this. Alright, there's nothing there. Alright. Bucket boys. I'm trying to see what else. Haunt or the other thing? How about the other thing? Alright, got the Ankh. Huh. Or there's something there. If we take down the first phase boss and we purposely kill ourselves, we become Blue Baby, right? So hear me out on this. We become Blue Baby. And we can actually get the Blue Baby thing done for the old path final boss, which would probably make it substantially easier. And with Bethany runs, they're pretty easy for the most part. The catch is we're only have 3 hearts, right? So if we can get like a devil deal, get 9 lives, it's gonna tank our health, of course. But if we get 9 lives, then like, I'm trying to think. Would the Ankh proc first? I think the Ankh proc would proc first because we picked it up first. I'm gonna have to think on this one. See, this duality. I think that'd be the best bet if we're going to try to finagle that. We still get Angel Devil Deal chances, regardless. I mean, we can off him right now. Off Bethany right now with this, but maybe not yet. Because we don't have to, like, stay alive. I mean, we don't have to be Blue Baby by the time we get up there. We definitely need to get Bethany unlocked. I don't know. That's the thing, we need to get... Oh yeah, we need to dump our thing. Our trinket. We need to go to, like, back on the other floor. That's right. Okay, so we have to go back on the other path then. Also, we got 2 bosses to deal with here, so 2 more, an extra item for this fight. Yeah, we're gonna like go back on the path, get the thing, so that way. I mean, if we off ourselves before we go into the fight, the final fight with Bethany. Long before that, we get the key piece. I don't know. We're gonna have to play this out. I mean, we're still gonna have like the book of whatever. Okay, we got tears up and a range up. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to think on this one. We got a lot of red hearts though, but then it's like we got a chance to do it for Blue Baby. Get Blue Baby thing unlocked, and we never have to deal with Blue Baby again. And as for Bethany, she's actually a lot easier than anything, and with all our stats and stuff, like, maybe we could be able to finagle something. I don't really want to give up the left hand, though, because we need to get, like, a different trinket to drop. Okay. We're gonna have to think on this one. Hopefully we get a trinket to drop around here. Spirit Heart is nice. I mean, not Spirit Heart, Eternal Heart. Maybe I should have picked it up. Well, no, it won't make much of a difference because we gotta, like, go at it with this.
The world.
I think if we do get 9 lives out of the Devil Deal or something, then we're going to take it. And then find an opportunity to just kind of yeet ourselves. Because we're going to have flight. We're going to have, like, all this stuff here. We're just going to have, like, a lot less health. Of course. Because, like, not only the 9 lives, but, like, we're going to have more hearts than the 9 lives once we whittle that down. Got a lot of potential, so I think I really want to keep the left hand. I mean, we can get it into the depths to, like, drop it. So, or depths 2. Either depth 1 or depths 2. I think it might be depths 2. So we're going to try to, like, explore as much as we can here. I think that'd be the best bet, because, like, with Bethany, she gets pretty out of control real fast with a lot of these items. As we've seen with, like, the one jumping item we were using. The, how to jump. There's this one time, I have a dash camera video, I was driving on the highway, and there's this cop who wasn't completely, like, over and stuff, and I nearly hit him. There's a semi coming up behind me, sneaking up right behind me, I didn't have time to react. The FF's good, and we got a ladder too. I don't know if the ladder's gonna do much for us, but it's just there, I suppose. And yeah, the semi was sneaking up on my left side. So I had to slow down, and then I had to, like, move over to the left lane real quickly, and the guy behind me had to swerve in the left lane too. And I was like, what in the world is going on here? Usually a cop would have to be off from the highway, so that way they don't, like, endanger people. I don't know what the deal was, but they pulled over some semis and stuff. Which complicates things. The semis were all completely off the road. On the side of stuff. We need to find a trinket. Dump in that room, and I don't want to dump that. This one I got right here. Alright. Come on, we need a trinket. See if we get any money in this fight. If we don't, we'll blow it up. Kind of A+, huh? Or there's a trinket already. Might as well. We're gonna eat ourselves pretty soon. Okay. Walk way out. Do not lose it, or something like that. Well, you know, I will. Clutch. I assume in theory it would work. But if I get hit, would it just, like, disappear and then, like, period? Because I think it has to be in your inventory before it disappears, right? Let's test this theory here. That's still there, alright. Didn't have to worry about that spirit heart too much. Or that sacred heart, or whatever. Not sacred heart. You know what I mean. We just get as many devil deals as we can. Like a fame, it doesn't generate black hearts anymore, I don't think. Now we can get back on this path and choose items here freely. There we go. See, from what I heard, it's between basement and depths that you drop it off, so I don't know if the alt path counts. I don't think it does. Because I think I tried that before. Or maybe I did it too late in the game, or in the depths. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this game out. There's just so much stuff going on. But that R key, oh, if we found another R key, that'd be crazy. I imagine there might be a chance, but it's probably like very small, or maybe not. Maybe there wouldn't be a chance if you use the item. All right, it got the item. It's a second one. That's actually a decent one too. As much as I want lard. All right, projective shield. If we're going to try to do what we got to do. We're gonna have to find a good opportunity to do it. Not right now, because our health would be low for Blue Baby. 2 luck upgrades is nice. I think after we clear the one room, all right, we're definitely gonna be taking that. Actually, well, we would if we had money, I guess. I wonder if we're Blue Baby and we got like Bethany's book, is that gonna like jeopardize us from getting any more Spirit and Dark Hearts? I don't think it would it? I never tried that. I would think it wouldn't. The spiders and spiders, huh? Man, like that whole traffic incident happened like probably a decade ago. Close to a decade ago. It's crazy. I actually got some dash camera video of weird stuff over the years. I'm not gonna go too much into it because like I've already talked about it in a video. I guess. It's kind of hard to keep track of that stuff. What you're saying, what you're not saying. Alright, sure, why not? Static tears are going nuts. We got a good fire rate even if we don't have the angelic brimstone. We got like 3 different kinds of flight going on here. We need like 1 more guppy item. Just make this run super out of control here. Speaking of cameras, my sister has a DSLR. I don't know if she's been using it a lot or not, but like she's been trying to like use it. She was asking me when she first got it, it's like, how do I do this and that? It's like, you got instructions? Like, yeah, but I just want to know how to do it with you. And I was like, it's a little bit more complicated than that because you gotta adjust all these different settings, and I have to like, you know, mess with the camera and stuff to kind of show you how to do some things. I kind of showed her some things when I got there a few times to her place after she got their camera. DSLR though, honestly, a lot better than like a phone camera, cause like it's much better quality. It doesn't like artificially sharpen stuff and everything. Alright, no double deal. Alright, now we definitely have to go down to this floor if we're going to the other path. So, I've yet to use my credit card though. That'd be the. Actually, you know what? We could have just used in the last floor. Wah wah. I forgot what the items were in the last floor. The shop. Oh yeah, the 4.5 volt. I suppose that would have been useful. Then again, we're just like overpowered. Flies. How about a guppy item? Haha. This is a really great run. I think it's a good break from like doing greed stuff and hot potato challenge. Like the hot potato challenge is like, I feel like I'm getting close at times, even when I got in the last floor. See, that would be a good trinket too. I might just drop the trinket in a another item room just in case. Spirit hearts are nice. It's a challenge for sure, and I do appreciate the challenge, no matter how frustrating it is, and I may be salty at times with how it is. It's for itself. If it makes me salty like that for a challenge for a game, that's good. That's Cursed Eye. I don't know if I really want Cursed Eye though. This is our last like room. Might as well. This might increase our battery drops, not just give us a battery pack. We got a gold, that's nice.
Yes.
So we definitely could take the other trinket with us. Instead of dumping and eating it. Good. Oh! I get those things confused with the other thing. They look very similar. Alright. How's this look? Oh god. Wait, never mind. I was about to say, like, I thought I screwed up my angelic beams. Now I got cursed eyes, so there's that to worry about. A little bit. As you can see there. So I think the best time to yeet myself... How about the floor before? Oh no, because I might be way too powerful and we're not going to have enough bombs to do it. This is difficult. So I picked up this trinket because this increases the chances of spirit hearts to drop. It's exactly what we need. Why not? I don't know, maybe Curse Eye would be a little fun. Now the good news is, like, if we get hit while we're using Cursed Eye for, like, the final boss fight, it's not going to teleport us, I don't think. It shouldn't, I would think. Because that would be sadistic. Okay. So we still got the negative, yes, right down there near the bottom of the list. So, I check our secret room. That's not it. Could be here. No? Okay. Can't be there. So I heard, by the way, there's a secret character, evidently. So there's that. I think someone was trying to spoil it to me. I mean, it was like a Discord thing I was reading. I was like, oh, a secret character. I saw something there. I kind of quickly closed out. I was like, come on, for God's sake. Like, do I need to unlock all the alt characters before I could find this thing? This is the Anointed, they called it. Am I thinking that right? The right word? Anointed? I'm gonna pop this. Because I haven't used this in a while. Like, I don't know how many floors I haven't used this. Maybe I never did. Alright, we'll definitely take this. You gave me the Star of Bethlehem. Like, I don't mind that. Actually, you know what? Why would I even need, like, 9 lives? Well, yeah. I guess if I want to, like... Oh, no. I took my negative. Okay. So, they'll take the latest thing we've got. Good to know. Thank you for the spirit heart, my dude. Now, if we yeet ourselves, is it just going to dump all our spirit hearts that we collected with Bethany? Okay. More of a reason to come over here and definitely get in that bed. Oh, we got Curse of whatever here. Alright. Make this run a little bit more interesting here. So we're definitely going to be popping these every room. I don't know what's happening with our angelic brimstone. I don't know if that's because we got into the Bethlehem thing. Must be. Oh, that's right. We got that other thing going on here. The Loki's horns. Right. And it looks like that counts as a familiar, so therefore my BBF is going at it. Like, we're like super powerful. Star of Bethlehem's gonna like whip some butt in the fight. I don't know how it's gonna interact in there. I think I've had it in the fight before, but maybe not. It's been a while. If it has. If I have done that. Range down, huh? Yeah, we're leaving those hearts behind. This is a really good run, nonetheless. Just give me some more spirit hearts. The more the merrier. And Bethany will definitely get you done eventually, but like, I'm gonna get Blue Baby unlocked. And do babe. Alright. Decisions. Oh, Lodestone. That's actually pretty good, but how is that gonna interact with magnetic tears? It's gonna suck them in there, and then it's like, I don't know. Alright, that might be a guppy item. Yep. Clutch. Not only that, it's a good guppy item. We're gonna get more chests to spawn, and we've got the left hand gulped. We're out of control. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna like eat ourselves to become Blue Baby. We're gonna clear this whole floor first to make sure we don't miss anything. And it's a curse room that we can definitely do that. Isn't there something in the Bible about like Star of Bethlehem is like shifting around? Something like that. Can't afford anything here. Okay, this is gonna take a while to like eat ourselves, so. Actually, you know what? No, it won't. We got those things instead. We're definitely going to our curse room. Or we could just play the Christ out of him. We can't get over there, alright. I think that'd be the best bet. We get Abaddon, then like it'd just be a bigger power boost for the Blue Baby. With more hearts. What we got here? Alright. We got Spun too, I mean. Might leave that in there for the Blue Baby now. This is ridiculous. I'm using these red hearts so like we get every opportunity to play this thing. Get it more consumables. And that is Abaddon. Because that's the only thing that provides, I think. Oh, you know you want to give me Abaddon. I should pick that up early. It's kind of a cool concept for this. But I was thinking at first, like, why would I do this? Now it's like, oh yeah, if you got a lot of red hearts and you're like super powered here. Okay, I'm gonna say the right one for that item. There's like a pattern we gotta recognize here. It seems like the right one's doing something. I know they're random. Yeah. That's a black heart. Alright, that'd be good for the Blue Baby. Emperor card, huh? Alright, we'll try the right now. There we go. Alright. Now we're gonna go yeet ourselves. Might as well go to the yeah, we do it this way, maybe. Or no. We do this. So I have an idea. We'll go to the boss trap room. Then we could pop our book after we get killed. Oh, it leaves us. Alright, never mind. Even better. Okay. Now that we are Blue Baby, go over here. We're gonna have so many hearts. I don't know if Abaddon's gonna like decrease our hearts, come to think of it, so we might just have to pick that up just in case. Oh no, it's empty vessel. It drops empty vessel now too? Alright. I'm not mad about the not having Abaddon, but like, jeez. Look at that. We're like, there's a couple spare hearts even down here, so like, we're pretty much max health with Blue Baby. Like, Blue Baby in himself is kind of hard to like get something. Like getting this kind of across, maybe, I don't know. Like, we pretty much had a shortcut. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like it doesn't affect our thing. I had a feeling. Spirit hearts just disappear completely, that's fine. Okay. We got Guppy and everything. Ooh. That's close. Wait a minute. Do we have, okay, we still have a jug brimstone. I thought that was the case. Okay. Now we should get a key piece.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
I'll just go pop this. Just do it every opportunity we can. Not let anything give us a chance to kill us. I'm gonna make sure we go in these different rooms, see if we can find anything additional, like in case we leave a key piece behind, we don't want to do that. I mean, we also got those chests too. Emperor cards not gonna do much. We can't be taking cards with us to the floor if we're gonna unlock the thing. Now I think about it, I was like, maybe that moving box would have been useful. Empty vest is proccing. We're like so powerful. We got the Ankh after we pressed the R key, I think. Yeah, we did, I think. Yeah. Yeah, just more blue hearts. Every time we're popping that book too, like we're generate wisps. So we think we're like powerful enough, we're not. We still have room for more power. Okay.
He's self-destructive and disturbed just like his
And what's cool about the Bethlehem star is it also has homing tears if you're in the aura while you're firing. Oh no, I got hurt.
We'll be fine without you.
I better not like go too overboard with that because I might not get as much chests. All right, he says after getting hit. No key piece there either. Or I want to be, because like we went down after the fact. So it'll be in the next floor. Should be anyways. Alright. Get dusted. Now we don't want to pick up his 9 lives. That'd be counterintuitive. Now I probably would have picked up 9 lives before I offed myself with Bethany. So in theory I'd be Blue Baby first and then I'll have the 9 lives for Blue Baby. Just so happens, there's the feline. Speak of the devil, you know? Talk about some good comedic timing. I wonder what, the tormented, see I'm using the word right for once. There it is. The tormented, Blue Baby would do and interact. I haven't seen much about Tormented Baby, a Blue Baby. Usually like Dark Judas or Kane. Like, Kane is insane! I have yet to get a Kane to find out. That's why I've been just trying to get everything unlocked and trying these characters out. To make sure. Make darn sure. Why is there a red heart that spawned instead of a blue one? Whatever. As I was saying, I want to make sure, like,
And become saved. Let his light inside.
I know what everything I'm missing out on. Because, like, I haven't seen anyone doing a Lilith. The Lilith alternative. Or the, well, I haven't seen so much with the, what was his name? The Forgotten? Yeah, I think it was the Forgotten. The alternative Forgotten. Wait until like try doing greedier on that. I still have yet to beat it. We have no reason to use that. Because our like stuff is just crazy. Yes, I mean I suppose we could just take a different trinket and just run with it, but it's like the only thing I look for is maybe like crown, stuff like that. But at this point, like if we drop the trinket, we're not gonna have as much health going up in these floors, going up to the yeah, going up towards the boss. And this is gonna proc the health too. Strength card is a strength card. We need to keep our key though. I want to say yes because we can fly, and by the time we get to the final boss, then we could just Hail Mary our bombs at them. Every time we get hit. Because especially like the final boss, like so the final form of the final boss. If we do get hit by the stalagmites, then it's gonna drop bombs on that character, the boss, because it's like, you know, near the lava and stuff. So okay, we cleared this floor here. Just finding every little opportunity, I guess. I don't know. On these cards we left behind.
Where are you going? Wait! We need you! Your son needs you!
Might as well play him. See what we get. It's probably gonna give us health. Alright, why not? It's a little extra little thing we get in case we get hit. See, like if we were to pick up the empty vessel for Bethany, it would never proc. We still have it for Blue Baby when we spawn, but like it'll never proc. Scuppy's paw. Definitely won't do much for Bethany, just gonna give her more blue hearts to work with, and then it's like she'll have less red health. Plus, like, you know, we got this book of shadows too, like that's extra defense. We're definitely gonna be popping that in the first boss. You see all these blue hearts here? That's crazy. Plus, like, it's not only because of blue heart. It's not only because of the chest keeps spawning, because we got Guppy's tail and we got the left hand, but we also got the this purity thing, which increases the spawn of spirit hearts. Exactly what we needed for this setup. Troll bombs. Alrighty. Up we go. They've been talking about Bethany runs too, like, oh, powerful. Also, I found out recently, and I should have, like, went in this bed at times if I had just blue hearts or something. Or like a red hearts. This heals you. This gives you blue hearts and stuff. And the Star of Bethlehem is on its way to the boss. You get in here, mom's pills. Don't make me laugh. I mean, the power pill we could probably use for the fight. I suppose. You unlock Blue Baby, yay. The Soiled, alright. Definitely take this with us. And we'll just pop it immediately. Not doing as much damage as I want, so we're going to try to do this. Alright. Also, I forgot too, like, because of this boss. I don't know what that... Oh god, it does teleport us. I didn't think that'd do that. Wow. I shouldn't have taken Cursed Eye. Now we gotta be extra freaking careful. Extra freaking careful. I'm just gonna try to concentrate right here, I'm sorry. Where is he? There he is. Okay, we're good. Now, I don't think this is going to teleport us out of the fight. Because how's that going to work? Because we just killed the boss. Alright, we're going to pop this and just go to town with them. The wisps. Yeah, static wisps. Yeah. Second boss. Oh yeah, we've got the jumper cables. Can't get to him because he's like stuck over there on the screen. Alright, back off. That's hilarious. Thank goodness I got those jumper cables though. And then we got like empty vessel too. We're creating more wisps. Oh, careful here. I destroyed a couple more of them, but that's fine. Alright, popped our shield. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess we like got the static tears, and then on top of that we've got both like magnetic tears and everything else. Everything's broken right now. Alright. Alright, main fight. This is pretty much in the bag, because there's no way they're going to teleport us. They shouldn't, right? I mean, we could probably just use our shots here, but I prefer like using this, because they'll give us both the shots anyways. Maybe not. You could say like broken modem's kind of making things a little funky, but Alrighty. I mean, this is pretty much in the bag. Unless we teleport at the beginning of the fight somehow. Alright, he's almost dead right now. Yeah. Eat this. Haha. Yeah, we won. Whoops. Well, we just nuked him with that, too.
Then suddenly, the sky above.
Montezuma's Revenge? Okay. I wonder what kind of an item that is. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.